So now let's learn how to execute commands using your terminal. In this case, I'm going to open up my terminal and I'm going to start by looking at the command called open. So just like we have commands ls and cd, there's a lot of commands that are available to the terminal. So let's go ahead and get to a particular file. I want to open up a Ruby file. So I'm going to type in ls, and that shows me the files and folders. I'll cd into my ACLTC directory. I type in ls, and I want to cd into weekend work. And now I'm going to show you a critical shortcut, by the way. If you type in cd weekend and you start typing in the names, some of your file names are going to be super long. Instead of finishing it out, I can just hit tab, and the terminal will autocomplete the rest if it can find something. So now I'm in weekend work. I type in ls, and let's go into the algo folder, cd algo. You'll note that when you hit tab, the terminal adds that extra slash at the end. It doesn't make a difference if you have it or not. So now I'm in here and I type in ls. There are two .rb files, which are Ruby files. And so if I use the command, this is new, open, and then type in the name of the file, so I can start typing in fi and then hit tab, hit enter, the open command will open that file or folder using the default program on your computer. So in this case, I have Sublime Text installed. So the moment I click open, it opens up that file using Sublime Text. So it's kind of a handy shortcut. What I want to do, besides open, well, I guess I can show you if I hit ls and go back one directory and type in ls, I can actually run open on the folder algo, and it'll open up the folder using the default program, which in this case is Finder. Going back into that folder, cd algo, and if I said open find longest word.rb, it opens up a Sublime. Now I want to use a different program to run that file. Because I know .rb file is a Ruby file, I should be able to execute that code by typing in ruby find longest word.rb. And in some sense, this is the only way we can actually execute the code. We have to execute it through the program called Ruby, but the program Ruby is not a graphical program. I need to execute it using a command through the terminal or something similar, because it has no interface where I can just double click it and say run this particular file. I go ahead and hit enter on that, and it actually runs the code inside of that file. One more kind of trick I could show you. If you type in ls, let's cd back into the weekend work folder, and then let's cd one more time, so in our ACLTC folder. And so now if you type in ls, you see all the different files and folders, and I mentioned if I type in open weekend work, it'll open it up in Finder. But what if you wanted to open it up in a different program? So this is kind of a more advanced feature. You can type in open-a, and in here specify what program you actually want to open it up with. So I want to open it up in Sublime Text weekend work. Now what am I saying here? I want to open up the folder weekend work, but not using the default. I want to say when I add in this extra -a Sublime Text, I'm saying open up this folder using Sublime Text. And what will that do? It'll open up the folder. So now in Sublime Text, I don't just have the individual file, I also have this folder pane, which allows me to quickly navigate between all the files and folders in that directory. So again, using your terminal, you can execute commands as long as you know what commands are available. One command that should be available in any file or folder is called open, and that'll open it up with the default. If you are running a Ruby file, you can run the command ruby and then the name of the file. And if you're using the command open, you can give it extra options to say I want to open it up with a different program. So this is a really cool way of opening up stuff in Sublime, although typing in this every single time I want to do that in my terminal seems a bit verbose. So there's going to be a way we can build in a shortcut, which we'll show in a later screencast.